What if your body was a gift and contribution to your life and not something that you've been stuck with? What if your body could change quickly and easily? Right Body for You will inspire you and show you a different way of creating the body and the life you truly desire. Now here's your host, Donnielle.
And welcome to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle, and welcome to a different type of radio show, a different show about bodies, a different way of looking at your life, a different way of, being in the world. Donnielle, I've been using these tools of Right Body for You and Access Consciousness for, around over 8 years, somewhere around that. I can't remember exactly. And I have to tell you, every aspect of my life has changed. You know, it's funny. I get to travel the world doing these Right Body for You workshops, right? And I stand in front of people. I've stood in front of one person. I've stood in front of 200 people. I've live streamed and made announcements in front of literally 1,000 people. And what's funny is I used to be painfully shy. And when I say painfully shy, I mean it was actually painful for me. My body tensed, I sweat, my voice trembled, and now I do a radio show, I do all these workshops all over the world, but that's just one aspect of how my life changed using these tools. Yes, my body changed. I lost some weight, gained some weight, lost some weight, as one does, but the thing is, I no longer judge my body for it. When I allow my body to be included in my life, I acknowledge its consciousness. I am grateful for it, no matter what it looks like, size, shape, health level. And when I allow the contribution that it can be, when I actually acknowledge receiving the awarenesses that my body gets of it, of me, of the world, of other bodies, my whole life changes. My finances have changed. My relationships with my family has changed. My relationships with my romantic relationships have changed also. There's not honestly an aspect of my life that hasn't changed. And one aspect that we don't really talk about a lot, but I know stems from allowing the contribution that my body can be, is my what you would call psychic awareness. Okay, intuition, that gut feeling, you whatever you want to call it, those moments where it's like, oh, I knew that. You're right, you did know. You knew what that person was thinking. Even little things like I was having dinner with my dad last night. It was the first time he was at my house. And he sat down on the bar stools at the little island I have in my kitchen, and I stood up. And about halfway through the dinner, I just look at him and I go, oh, no, I usually always tend to stand up for my meals. Don't worry about it. And he goes, I was just thinking, why weren't you sitting in a chair? I'm like, oh, I know. And I know that psychic awareness of being able to read people's heads, see what's in there, also stems from my body being the contribution and me acknowledging that I receive it. Because we're always receiving it, whether we acknowledge or we receive it or not, which is actually some of the fun and joy that the Right Body for You workshops or the private sessions I do deal with, is acknowledging your body, the communication with it, and how not only that changes your body, but it also changes your life. And just so you guys know, the next workshops, I'm so excited. The next workshops, as a matter of fact, this time next week, I will be in London, England. The next Right Body for You workshop I facilitate is in London, one of my favorite cities in the world. I can't wait to be back there playing with people and their bodies. And then the week after that, I'm in Vienna. Oh, Vienna, I've never been there. And I get to go the week after. So the next 2 weekends in November, I am facilitating Right Body for You workshop in London and then in Vienna. I hope you can join because we have a good time. Hopefully you can make it with your body because you know what? They're a lot of fun. and I can't wait to see Vienna and London. Oh, I just love London. So today we're talking about our breaks, breaking your life. Okay. So many of us seek to escape so we can relax or take stock of the situation, right? When we function from that, what are we really creating? Are we creating or are we destroying? Might we even be separating? Boom, boom, boom. I feel like I need a drum roll after that sentence. Might we even be separating? What really goes on when we take those breaks from the world. Okay, this is an interesting topic for me. I have a lot of friends or people I work with, associate with, talk to, who I hear this a lot, and the actual verbiage may vary, but at the base, it's always the same. It's like, I just need to go away for a little bit. I want the world to go away. So I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go to the movies. I'm going to do something for me. Whatever it is, but basically the end is I need to separate from the world. I want the world to go away. Like I said, I can't tell you the number of times I've heard that in various ways. I need the world to go away. And so, people do this. This is what we've been taught. So they go take the breaks. They go to the movie. And so this is what the show is about today, is to really start looking at what is actually created when we do that, okay? Are we creating our lives or are we destroying our lives, okay? Now, let me put a little caveat out there right now. I'm not saying you can't go to the movie, dear heavens. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying you can't walk away from your computer. Please do. I routinely do. It's often required. But what I want you to do is start looking at the energy of it. Start looking at the energy of what you're creating when you are, quote unquote, taking these breaks, okay? An interesting example for me personally is when I first started working with Access Consciousness, okay? It's working with Access Consciousness because, besides facilitating the Right Body For You workshops and Access classes, I also do a myriad of various things for them, right? Editing, heading departments, and everything in between. So I've been working with Access Consciousness also for about 7 years, okay? And when I first started working with Access Consciousness, it was what this reality would say was overwhelming. It's really interesting working with that many people that are that aware, who can really read a situation and be present with it, okay, and do a lot. We're all huge multitaskers. And one of the things with Right Body For You and Access Consciousness is to get you to acknowledge that, the potency of it, and that it's not a wrongness if you're flitting from like one thing to another. And so, I've worked a lot in corporate in my days in TV in corporate, and I thought, that prepares me for any working situation in life. Not so. Working with Access has been some of the funnest I've ever had, and it was a definite shift and change of how they functioned as a business, which is awesome. So when I first started, like I said, it's some of those, what people might call overwhelming, because there was so much to do, so full on all the time. And because Access is an international company, somebody was always awake. I would start getting ready to go to bed, or evenings, I've done my 8 to 5 and now the evening's off and that kind of stuff. And then people in Australia would start waking up and asking me questions and drawing me in. And so when I first started working with Access, I kind of did it from on a resistant way. That's the short story, because I was trying to still fit it into the corporate world that I was used to. And so every once in a while, I would be like, I'm done. You all could go away. I'm going to the movies. Literally, I'd be like, I'm going to the movies. Piss off. Time for me. 2 hours. Going to the movies. Ta-ta. That kind of stuff, right? Without fail, with without fail, the worldwide coordinator during the movie would contact me. Would be like, hey, I was just checking in. How's this project going? Or have you got this done? Or what's up with this? And blah, 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 blah. Without fail, those 2 hours I was in the movie, she would contact me. At first, I was being a little farthead about it. I'd be like, see, I can't even take 2 hours for myself off. Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. This weird, reactionary type stuff, right? And then it was about the second time I went into a movie. Well, the second time I thought this anyways. Let's say I did it quite a few times first. But I went into the movie and I went, see, she is so going to contact me during this movie. And I would do the movie, and I'd come out, she'd contact me, and I'm like, see, I knew it. And so the first time I went from the self-judgment of, I thought about her, so of course I pulled her in, and that's why she contacted me, blah, blah, blah. Well, the second time I went into the movie going, see, she's going to contact me, blah, blah, blah. And when I came out of the movie, she did. I started asking different questions. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. She was contacting me during the movies before I even thought of it, before I even went, I bet she does, right? And so I really started looking at this. I'm like, okay, so asking questions, looking at the energy, looking at my point of view and what I'm creating. And so what was interesting is I had done I'm going to the movies, piss off, you all go away. That was where I was coming from when I was taking that time for myself, or that break, and going to the movies. I was telling everybody, piss off, go away. So energetically, what I was doing was removing myself from their universe. I was kicking them to the curb, you could say. I was disconnecting. I was saying, no more. I'm gone. I'm out of here. Okay. So what happens when you work with a bunch of highly aware people? They feel this ripple in the energetic field, the force, whatever it is you want to call it. And so, of course, this very aware woman goes, whether she's cognizant of it or not, she goes, I wonder how Donnielle is, because I was gone from her universe. It's not that she's constantly thinking about me and, she's like, oh my gosh, Donnielle. No, but I'm a presence in her universe. So when I take that momentary break of piss off, I'm going away, all of you can kiss my behind, I remove myself. That presence of who I am is gone. And so what does she do? She reaches out to find me. She reaches out and goes, hey, how's it going? How's that project? Is this done? Or, whatever it is, whatever comes out, so she can find that reconnection. So basically she can find me in the universe because I have separated myself from her, okay? And so I was like, whoa, light bulb, heavens open, angels sing, that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, this is interesting. I'm like, okay, so what happens if I go to the movie and I don't go, piss off, I'm going away? What if I keep my energy in her universe when I go to the movie? What does that create? So the next time I went to a movie, instead of going, piss off, ta-ta, kiss my behind, I just went, okay, so I'm going to the movies, still here, going to the movies. And what was interesting is she didn't contact me. There was no problems. And because I realized then it was because I didn't do that disconnect, okay? And this is what I'm talking about when we take breaks. We do this disconnect, and we disconnect from the world. Is that actually in our best interest, okay? And it's more about avoiding those, hey, how's that project coming conversations. It's so much more than that, okay? That is just a very obvious example of what this creates, okay? So we're going to take our first little break. When we come back, we're going to expand upon these energies. We're going to look beyond you're wanting to do this just so people don't check on you. It's so much more than that. So we're going to expand on that when we come back, okay? This is Right Body for You on A to Zen.fm. I'm Donnielle, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What if you really do change molecules by your interaction with them? What if the change you've been looking for is right before your eyes? What if the uncomfortableness that comes with difference could be fun? What if the closed-minded people of the world no longer determined our world? What if gratitude trumps judgment every time? What if your kindness healed the world? What if the earth is asking for your help? And what if you had the resources to give it? This is your invitation to step into something that Einstein, Marie Curie, Picasso, Da Vinci, Shakespeare, Aristotle all knew to be true. Hi, my name is Dane here. 13 years ago I started to truly ask questions. Actually, I started to be the question, and everything changed for me. What if there are no dumb questions? Or any question too large? What if you being you are the gift and the change this world requires? Is now the time? For more questions to create a change in your world, sign up for a free video series at beingyouclass.com. My gift to you, beingyouclass.com.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at A2Zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle. Welcome to a radio show that looks at things a little bit differently. What if your body could be a gift? What if your body could be a contribution? What if your life could be fun? I know, craziness. But what if life could actually be fun? What could you create in the world? Or what kind of life could you create? Could your life be an inspiration to you every day to be excited to wake up? These are some of the things that Right Body for You, this radio show explores, okay? And unlike other things, we bring our body with us. You know, so much of what is I've seen out there in the world, you know, I helped my mother with her health talk radio show for 27 years. And so much of it was life or body, body or life. What if there's no separation from that? What if it could be a contribution to each other? And what if your body could be one of the tools to actually creating the life you desire? And I don't mean, you guys, what your body looks like, okay? That is an aspect of it. That is not all of it, and is not a determining factor. You know, no matter what size, shape, or health level my body has been, it's been a contribution. And I don't mean, it's been a contribution to create change because I hate it. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is it's a contribution. It's a contribution to awareness, a contribution to creation, a contribution to actually choosing more and creating that bigger life that you desire, if you desire that bigger life. So these are some of the things that Right Body for You, the workshops, Right Body for You, the radio show, these are the things that we all explore. So thank you for joining us today, now or in the past or in the future, and hope you enjoy. So today we're talking about, are your breaks breaking your life? In the first segment, you heard me talk about, excuse me, in the first segment you heard me talk about how I used to disconnect from the folks I worked with at Access Consciousness to be able to, quote unquote, take time for myself. And in that, I basically told the world to go away, the world including Access Consciousness. So, of course, the aware people I work with came to find me. And so I told you we were going to expand upon that, and we are. Because what are your breaking your life is more than just avoiding your boss checking in on you. Avoiding somebody go, I miss you so much, where are you? It's so much more than that, okay? When we tell the world to go away, when we go, well, there's so many things, like, let's look at the phrase itself. When you say something like, I just want the world to go away so I can relax, okay? The world has to just completely go away so I can relax. Well, what happens when you do that? Yes, you disconnect from the world, but what's the underlying point of view here? Okay, one of my favorite things to do is look at the underlying point of view. So if you can only relax, if you can only be you, if you can only enjoy things, if you can only be at peace when you've separated from the world, when you're not in the world, what are you setting yourself up for? Look at that. If you can only be at ease when you're not in the world, when you're quote unquote in the world, you will never be at ease. Okay? And this is what I'm talking about. It's bigger than just, I want time for myself. If you have the point of view, if you're functioning that everything has to go away, no stimulus, no information, no world, and then you can be you, then you can be at ease, then you can be at peace, you're setting yourself up for every time you quote unquote connect back into the world, you're setting yourself up for angst, upset, not being you, not having a good time, okay? So this is why I said are breaking your life. When you set yourself up for the world has to go away for me to enjoy it, you'll never enjoy anything when you're in the world, okay? And, what is in the world or out of the world anyways? But it's those moments energetically, because remember, I am energy's bitch. I look at everything about energy. And energetically, you're putting yourself in a bubble, in a cocoon. You're basically halting or trying to stop the energy flow that is constantly and all around us. You are removing yourself from people's universes, which guess what? That also includes your universe, okay? So what was interesting is I see this with people creating classes all the time, including myself, okay? The old-fashioned light switches and the bulbs and everything. I don't think it's as true as much now with the new bulbs and stuff, but it used to be, way back when, it would take more energy to turn a light off and on than it would be to leave it on for that minute, right? Well, take this analogy to that place where if you're removing your energy from the world, okay, not just your world, but the world of universe and people, and right? So if you're removing your energy from the world, what do you have to do to get back in there? You have to open the door, yes. You have to flip the switch. You have to reconnect. You have to plug back in, all of that, fun words, whichever one you would like to use. So you have to kickstart things again. You have to build that momentum. Things have slowed down or stopped. You have to restart it, okay? So this is the other thing when you take a break. I'm taking a break from everything and everyone. Piss off. Well, not only are you separating, you're also stopping the flow of energy to your creations, okay? It could be the classes. It could be a relationship. It's basically just to your life, okay? Like I said, I have seen this with creation of classes for other people and for myself. I've had a slew of crazy questions or some weirdness pop up into my universe, and I go, you know what? I don't want to think about that class right now. I don't want to just everything has to stop or whatever it is, craziness. And so when I do that, here's what's interesting. And those of us who create classes or, I don't know, have any business that has to do with, people. I have yet to find a business that has to do with other people. If you guys figure one out, let me know. Until then, any business where you're dealing with people, when you do this, you remove your energy from their universe, okay? One thing I know about, and here we go, business, right? You never thought this would go towards business, but here we go. When you're creating something like a class or a project or that promotion you're trying for, okay, and you take that break, you disconnect, you separate, you remove your energy from their world, okay? And when you remove that energy from your energy from the world, various things could happen. If you're looking for the promotion, the boss could go, wow, they're really not anywhere. I can't even see them. Again, they might not be cognitively aware of the energy, but they are sure as shit aware of the energy. And it manifests in different ways. Like I said, if you're looking for the promotion, your boss is like, they don't even feel like a real person. And they just seem missing or they seem not interested, things like that. And when I'm like creating a class, if my energy isn't there and present, if I take this break, people go, well, there's not much energy on the class. It feels like a dud. It feels like nothing's moving. It feels like nothing's going on. I don't know if I want to choose this class and blah, 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 things like that. Okay. So when you reconnect, after this break, you have to kickstart all of that again. You actually kind of lose ground, so to speak, of that creation that you're doing, whether it's a class, a job, promotion, writing a book, whatever it is. You lose ground when you disconnect because then you have to kickstart it back up again. You have to keep going and, oh, no, hi, I'm here. No, I'm here. See, yeah. You want to come play with me. You want to promote me. You want to be in a relationship with me. Project like a book. Oh, no. You want me to write you, right? You're always constantly recreating that connection, recreating that forward momentum because you, quote, unquote, lost ground when they couldn't find you. Okay? And what's interesting is, so this is not meant to scare you. This is to give you the awareness, okay? Straight from if you disconnect from the world, you're disconnecting from the creation and generation of your life, okay? Not just the parts that involve other people, but also your own life. What if there was another possibility? What if there was another way? Again, let me say, I'm not saying you can't go to the movies. You can't take a nap. You can't take a walk. You can't go have fun and go to the amusement park or whatever. That is so not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is please start looking at the energy you be in those moments. What words are you saying and what energy is behind it, okay? So when we come back, we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, I'm going to give you some tools to be able to be aware of the energy and what it's creating, okay? So this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You. We are on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
Check out the new ringtones from Access Consciousness.
What is it possible? What is it possible? Smoking hot. Smoking hot.
And everyone's favorite,
Take a pass. Take a pass.
download the latest and hottest accessory. Go to accessconsciousness.com/ringtones for all the details on how to download to your iPhone today.
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. I am your host, Donnielle, and I wanted to remind you, if you'd like to check out the next upcoming workshops of Right Body for You workshops in 2016, please go to Donnielle.com, DONNIELLE. Let me say that one more time. It's like I've never spelled my own name before. DONNIELLE.com. And from there, you can watch a video about the workshops, find the registration links. The next two coming up are the next 2 weekends. I'm so excited. One in London, one of my favorite cities in the world, and Vienna, which I've never been there yet, and I already think I love it. So I'm really excited to be there. And did I mention that the one in London is live streamed? So if you and your cute little body can't make it there, you can join us live stream. And I love the live streams because it's very interactive. If any of you have ever been on a Zoom event with me, I can see you, you can see me, you can ask questions live from the video. It's not a voyeur situation. It's a very interactive, present in the class situation. So can't make it to London, but please come to London because how fun would that be? You can do it live stream as well. The class in Vienna is actually also being translated into German. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So check it out, Donnielle.com. All right. So today we're talking about our breaks breaking your life. Well, we've gone on and talked. We've talked about what happens when you disconnect, what the underlying point of view is. Some examples of what occurs, and that when you disconnect like that, you actually have to kickstart. You have to restart. So one of the things I would suggest you do is next time you have that sensation, that momentum of, I just want to go away, look at the energy, okay? And this is something I did myself a lot. It's not one of those tools where I'm like, oh, I've heard this works. No, trust me, I was there, did it, worked through it. Like from the first segment when I was given that example about the movies, I realized it actually took more energy to actually disconnect and reconnect than to just leave my energy there, okay? When I'm talking about leaving my energy there, a lot of people think I'm talking about going into overwhelm. And that's not actually what I'm talking about. And so I would talk to people. They weren't there. I didn't send them a message on Skype or anything like that. But I would talk to my creations. I would talk to my classes. I would talk to people I worked with energetically, because this is all it is making sure you have your energy there still, no matter where you go, what you're doing, okay? And this is that constant flow of energy that I'm always talking about. So when I would, quote unquote, take a break, I would ask, I'm like, wait a minute, am I just taking a moment or am I disconnecting, right? It's like, what am I creating right here? So you can ask a question. It's one of the things I'm suggesting. Ask a question. Am I disconnecting or am I just taking a breather, whatever you want to call it, okay? And I had to admit at first I was doing disconnect. I was still doing that. Piss off, go away, time for me now. Okay? And so I would, like I said, I would have a conversation with these people. I would say energetically. Again, I didn't send them a message, but energetically I'd be like, I'm going to the movies, I'm still here. Hi, going to the movies. And when I did that, I knew I could actually perceive the energy still being present, still being flowing, so that they didn't confind me, so I wasn't missing, and so they could still feel connected. Because here's the thing, back to that creating classes and businesses and things like that. If people feel disconnected from you, they're not going to want to do a private session with you. They're not going to want to do a class with you. They're not going to want to buy your wares because they can't actually find you. They feel disconnected. You feel foreign to them. Okay? So when you're willing to leave your energy there, they actually can perceive you. They feel a connection. They feel you're somebody they can receive from. Okay, because you're not checking out. And so many people in the world are checking out that when people find somebody that is not checking out, that's an invitation to them. Okay, you're not checking out. You may be going to the movies, taking a walk, having a nap, going to an amusement park, having fun, whatever that moment is, but you've not checked out of your life. Your energy is still there. Having your energy in your creations, whether it be your life, a project, businesses, it's not about constantly thinking about it. Okay, let me say that very clear right now. It's not about constantly thinking about it. A lot of people think that's what being present in a business, a job, a project. That's what a lot of people think that is that, well, they're constantly thinking about it. Okay, so right now I'm thinking about the business. Okay, right now I'm thinking about relationship. Okay, right now, oh, no, I need to be thinking about my business again. Okay, right now I'm thinking about the book. Oh, no, right now, business, relationship. Oh, my gosh. This is not what I'm talking about. Thinking about it constantly, that's not what it is. Being present with it is just actually allowing it to be in your universe and you to be in its universe. So that when things need changing, things need variation, you have that awareness. It peaks up and it's like, hi, I need some attention over here, things like that, okay? So one of the things I would suggest is podpocking, which is the access conscious verbal processing, podpocking all the places or changing your point of view that you think you have to disconnect to have you, that you have to disconnect to have peace, and whatever you defined as disconnect, okay? Because we're talking about the energetic flow. Even when I'm asleep, I have the energetic flow of my classes, of my friends, of my family, and everything still going on. I used to think that I had to disconnect from them so I could sleep. And then in the morning, it's like stepping back into the energy of all of it was like slamming my head into a wall, well, my whole body into a wall. And boy, wasn't that fun. No, not really. So, when I go to sleep, I'll be like, night classes, night family, night world. I did this a lot at the beginning, and it wasn't goodbye, it was night. So it's like, I'm still there, you're still there, cool, bye, good night, not piss off. Okay, so you can ask, have I disconnected? And talk to your creations, please. Please, please, please. Talk to your creations, talk to the people, talk to the members of your classes, your sessions, your fellow coworkers, so that they know, your bosses, especially your bosses, okay, energetically. This is about the energy flow of everything, okay? And when you take a break of those breaks, disconnect, time for me, piss off, you are shielding you from their perception, their awareness, so they miss you. Literally, it's like cloaking yourself. There go with sci-fi. Like cloaking yourself so they can't actually see you, find you. So they won't buy things from you. They won't promote you. They won't do anything like that. Again, absolutely take the time for yourself. Have a good time. Whatever that looks like, have good, but don't disconnect from the world, okay? And one of my favorite things to do, actually, because so many people avoid this, so many people hesitate doing this because they think if they have that constant energy that it's an overwhelm, okay? And what we touched on briefly, let me expand on this a little bit. It actually takes more energy to start and stop, start and stop, start and stop, reconnect, reconvince, whatever it is. It takes more energy than and force, more energy and force to do that start and stop than to just maintain that flow of energy there, okay? It's actually easier for your life and your body to maintain that energy there, okay? A lot of people think it's a overwhelm. I get that. I so get that. When the Right Body for You book first came out, you know, I'm on the cover, I wrote the first chapter, things like that. People started thinking about me, and it almost destroyed me. I had so many projections, so many people thinking things at me that I was faced with a choice, right? What was my first initial reaction? Was to disconnect. The way for me, I thought, to deal with the overwhelm of information coming in, which is a flow of energy coming in, right? That energy we're all talking about. I thought the way to deal with that was to disconnect, to separate. That will save me. That will keep me safe. Or I could do something else. Because I knew if I disconnected at that moment, I would stop the flow of the book. I would stop the flow of Right Body for You itself. I would stop the flow of a lot of things. And so I had a choice. Disconnect or stay present with the energy. Fortunately, I chose to stay present with the energy. Scared the piss out of me, you guys. I'm not even kidding. The energy that was coming at me seemed intense. And again, that what this reality would call overwhelm. And I almost did overwhelm me until I got into what was honestly one of my favorite tools that I still use constantly, every day, to expand my business, to expand my life, to expand my projects, any creation. I use this tool instead of going into the overwhelm, the shutdown, the break, the taking a break, okay? Which, ironically, we're going to take a quick little commercial break because, well, we need to, and I don't want to get into the middle of this tool and then have to take another break. So we're going to take the quick little commercial break, not disconnect, because, you know what, I'm still here, folks, even during the commercial breaks. We're going to take that quick little commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to tell you that favorite tool that I use all the time that saved, sometimes I think, my life in that moment, okay? All right, this is Donnielle. This is Right Body for You on A2Zen.fm, and we'll be right back.
What if your body could be an ease and not a burden? What would life be like if you could enjoy your body? What if changing your body was easier than we've been taught? And what if it's not about the latest fad? Join Donnielle each week on Right Body for You as she explores what bodies are and the ease of change that's possible. Each week you will receive inspirational stories of those who've used the Right Body for You energetic tools to change their body and the tools that they used, tools that you can begin to use immediately. Listen for Right Body for You every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A2Zen.fm.
What would you say if I told you that you could change your life in only 1 hour and all while lying down relaxing? Thousands of people all over the world have. What am I talking about? It's called Access Consciousness, the bars. The bars is an energetic body process that contains 32 different points on your head that, when run, assist you in releasing decisions about any area of your life that you have made solid and as a result cannot change. The bars is the first class in Access Consciousness, a dynamic set of tools and information designed to transform any area of your life. When you have a bars session, the worst that can happen is you feel like you had a fantastic massage. The best thing that can happen is your whole life could change. Go to accessconsciousness.com today to find a facilitator, to schedule a private session, or to find a bars class in your area. Are you willing to give yourself an hour to change your life?
This is Right Body for You with Donnielle. To participate in the program today, please call in the U.S. 815-880-8255 or Canada 613-800-8763 or UK 4433-0001-0625. You can Skype us at a2zen.fm. Or if you'd like to email a question, please send it to Donnielle@accessconsciousness.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back to Right Body for You. We are in the final countdown of the moments of the show. But don't worry, I'll never disconnect from you. I will be here, which is what we're talking about today. Are your breaks breaking your life? And, we spent a lot of time talking about what happens when you disconnect. And I've given you some tools to actually help shift and change that. Well, let me tell you my favorite tool that I use constantly all the time when you feel this overwhelmed, because I know a lot of people think they want to take these breaks, separate from the world so that they don't get overwhelmed. Okay, so what if overwhelm isn't what we think it is? What if overwhelm isn't that moment of, oh my gosh, too much, I must stop? What if that feeling and sensation of overwhelm is instead the invitation to stepping into something greater? What if it's the indication that you have actually reached a level of awareness and possibility, and that was greater than yesterday? What if that feeling of overwhelm is, now is the time to step up, okay? And when you disconnect from the world, when you go, I'm taking a break, piss off everybody, and you lose that ground, or you let that feeling, sensation of overwhelm go away, because that's what we're taught. If you feel like overwhelmed, stop, back up, take stock again, and go at it. But what if like I said, what if it was an invitation to step into more? Okay? So one of my favorite tools I use constantly is if I'm feeling that overwhelm, I'm going, okay, so I have so much more information coming in than I did yesterday. Cool. I don't want to diminish my awareness. I don't want to diminish what is possible here. So what is required of me to not have this feeling of overwhelm? For me, it's as simple as expanding out, okay? Because when you have this quote-unquote feeling of overwhelm, it is an indication that you are capable of something more. It is an invitation to expand your awareness, and you can literally do that by just expanding out. It's not hard. It's not significant. And for me, it's really easy. For me, what I do is I take a deep breath and I just ask to expand out, okay? And I don't mean expand out of your body. A lot of people think when I say, or anybody says expand out, it's expand out of your body. Not at all. I like bodies going, I include my body in everything, right? And so when I take a deep breath and expand out, not only am I expanding me, the infinite being, out beyond the contracted place that I was functioning from, but I'm also literally increasing the space between the molecules in my body, okay? And it's, because when you're in that overwhelm, how tense does your body feel? Usually a lot, really intense. So why would you not give your body that same kindness of expanding out, okay? And all you have to do is to ask for it to happen, and it will. You don't have to perceive anything. You don't have to visualize anything. You don't have to do anything but ask it to do it, and it will. Because when you ask it to do it, what you're doing is you're doing it, okay? When you ask it to happen and it does, it's because you're doing it, okay? So next time you have that overwhelm, instead of going, oh, no, I'm so overwhelmed, go, cool. All right, so this is the moment. I step into something greater, or I back off. You know what? I'm going to step into something greater. So like I said, for me, take that deep breath. You don't have to, but my body likes it. So I take that deep breath and I go, expand out. My body relaxes. The feeling of overwhelm goes away. But here's the thing. The feeling of overwhelm goes away, but I maintain the awareness that I was receiving. I maintain that new level of information coming in. I maintain that new level of energy. And you know what? That makes those moments of, oh my gosh, the world just has to go away so I can actually function. I just have to take a break so I can restock. It makes those go away too. Because you don't have to separate. All you have to do is expand. All you have to do is go, cool, I'm at a new level of perception. I'm a new level of functioning. And what else is possible now? And so when you go from there, you don't lose ground. You actually go forward. You're not recreating. You're further creating. Okay? So please try it. I know it sounds simple, but I use it every day. When I'm frantic going through a new airport, or I have so many emails, or I have so many projects, I don't know what to do first. I'm like, okay, cool. This is a moment of new information, new level of awareness. Take a deep breath, expand out, including the space and the molecules of my body. And then I can actually perceive, because when you're in that expanded space, you can perceive what is required instead of going from the fight or flight, that knee-jerk reaction, okay? So please, check it out. When you take a break, are you breaking your life? Are you disconnecting? Are you stopping that energy flow? Or are you just going for a walk? Okay? Ask the questions. Be present with the energy. See what's going on. What is the underlying point of view? When you say these things, are you actually making the world stop? You can be present in the world still and have that moment for yourself. Go to the amusement park. Go hang out with a friend. Have a conversation, whatever it is. Please try this. Might actually make your life a little bit easier, your body feel better. You know, if that's something you're interested in, just say it. And if that is something you're interested, I invite you to check out the Right Body for You workshops. In November, I have 2 workshops, one in London, one in Vienna. Please come check it out, Donnielle.com, Donnielle. We talk about things like this, the underlying point of view, the energetic awareness, communication with your body, eating with your body, pain, healing, money, the earth. We go wherever the class is requiring, whatever energies you bring. And the class in London is also live streamed, so you can join us from wherever you are in the world. I mean, if you can get your body to London and Vienna, I highly suggest it. I can't wait. But if you can't, please check out the live stream option. It's not a voyeur thing. It's a very inclusive, you're there, you're present, you're asking questions. We can see you, you can see us, so please do check it out, Donnielle.com. And on Donnielle.com, if you'd like a private session, you can also contact me through there, and we can set up. If there's something that you've just been struggling with, if there's something that you can't seem to shift or change or find the underlying point of view of, please do consider having a session with me. I love private sessions. They're recorded, so you can listen to them again and again. Lots of clearings, so please do check that out. So you can find the workshops, private sessions, audios, a bunch of fun things on Donnielle.com. My website changed recently, so I'm pretty stoked about it. You can also find products, some past teleclasses and things like that, so please do check it out. And check out the Right Body for You book. You know, I don't mention enough that it is a book, so please do check it out. Right Body for You. Name of the show, name of the workshops, name of a book, name of a great set of tools and techniques to help you shift and change your body, your life, and so much more. That is just the beginning. You can find all of this at Donnielle.com, Donnielle.com. Hope you check it out. And remember, if you ever have a suggestion for a topic, something you and your body would like to know more about, please do contact me. You can do that through Donnielle.com also. And have a great week. Have a fun week. Have a happy week. Enjoy your body because it's enjoying you. And I hope to see you back here next week because guess what? I will be. Until then, have fun. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for listening to Right Body for You. Donnielle will return next Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Mountain, and 11 a.m. Pacific on A to Zen.fm. We hope you and your body will join us.